try to make things right between us. And now this all good, babe. Roll that back good, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to send out. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love funny, yeah, me too, that I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm sick for defy, maybe I'm buried alive. Maybe you're taking my shot for the last time, yeah. Maybe I know that I'm drunk, maybe I know you're the one. Maybe I'm thinking it's better if you drive. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to send out. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love funny, yeah, me too, that I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah.
I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. And every melody is timeless.
Life was stringing me along. Then you came and you cut me loose. A solo singing on my own. Now I can't find the key without you.
And now your song is on repeat. And I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of the symphony. We hold me tight and not let go. Symphony, like a love song on the radio. We hold me tight and not let go. I'm sorry if it's all too much. Every day you're here, I'm healing. And I was running out of luck. I'd never thought I'd find this feeling. Cause I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. And every melody is timeless. And now your song is on repeat. And I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony.
my day as if the world's no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till it.
Hey world, Surya here, and welcome again. Shine with you in episode 7. And in today's episode is all about inspiring you to transform your life, personal development, positivity. Shine is everything about turning your mess to message, breakdown to breakthroughs, and inspiring you to lead the life that you love. And in this season, we specifically focus on positive parenting, supporting parents to raise kids and teens without raising your stress level or raising their stress level. We talk about the complexities of raising kids and teens in today's age and time, and how we can do that with a lot more love. And we are, so happy to see you again. And make sure that as you are watching this, make sure that you give us the hearts, everyone, the hearts. Okay, give us the hearts, the thumbs up, and hit the share, and share. Why? Because if you share and you engage with us, especially if you share, you stand to win a dining voucher from our favorite cafe or restaurant. Yes, a free dining voucher, favorite cafe restaurant, just by giving us a heart, a thumbs up, and the share. And of course, you want to also comment below throughout this entire show. If you love the message that we are sharing about positive parenting, I'd like you to take advantage of our free guide, which is a free Genius IQ guide. Just comment below and say free Genius IQ guide, and you will be able to get the guide. It's kind of like a manual to help you to learn how to raise your kids in a more positive way, helping them with the study strategies and the study skills, and at the same time positive parenting strategies. That's really going to help you a lot. So we really want to thank again our sponsor, Genius IQ Positive Parenting, for helping kids to be more confident, to be smarter, but not just smarter, but also to be happier. Yes, we want to raise kids that are smart, but also happy and confident. So kind of like an all-rounder, holistic child. That is what we are all about. So if you love this message, give us a heart, thumbs up, and share. And Shine will be back with you. Stay tuned. To Shine, and today's episode is really a very, very unique and very special episode. It's all about the discipline master at home. You remember those times when you were in school and you always run away from the discipline master? Now, if you can run away in school, yes, you can run away during recess, run away here, run away there. But what happens when the discipline master is at home? Right, so for today's episode, with us, we have a very interesting guest, because all this time, our guests are all mommies. For the first time, we have a daddy in our show, and a little bit of background about this daddy and why I love the story with him is daddy was discipline master, right? So that discipline master at home, some people call it the circus master, right? Circus master at home. And daddy has been busy working, very high flyer, doing very well, put the bread and the butter at home, and everything is spick and span, perfectly taken care of, financially at least. But something is missing at home. Okay, the discipline master is there, but he is not there in the hearts of his own children. And with me today, very open, very, very, very brave and very courageous daddy, I have with me Marco. Right there. Give the hearts, everyone. Hi, Marco.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you so much, for being in this show. Do you know that you are the first daddy in our show?
Oh. Thank
So,
you.
I really want to applaud you. I want to congratulate you, salute you for having that courage to step up in today's show. Because usually for parents, right, mummies normally come and step up. But for one time, we have a daddy like you. So thank you so much for coming on board. And I call him Marco, but it's Mark Go. Okay, Mark Go. I'm just going to do a quick introduction. Marco has 3 children, okay, and they are all, teens and adults already. One is age 25, 23, and 18. So 2 boys and 1 girl. And Marco is currently a coach, helping people be financially free through his real estate investing programs. And he is also retired already. But formerly, he was a discipline master at home. So that's what I want to talk about today. So when you say that that was your discipline style, discipline master, right? Kind of like reminded me of my father, right? My late father, I remembered him as someone who's present at home but never present. He's there but he's not there. He provides for us. He gives everything, is all paid for. But I don't remember having a father. I remember having a provider, but not really a father, someone I can talk to. So is that you? Is that something like you before?
Well, obviously we have different fathers. But apparently what you say, I totally synchronize with.
Okay.
My dad works very hard.
Mm-hmm.
He travels for work too.
All right.
And whenever he's home, he's just home.
Okay.
But there's no hugging between me and him.
Mm-hmm.
There's no connection.
Right.
And he's a provider.
Were there any conversations?
Not until I got older during my poly days,
Right.
where during my holidays I worked with my dad in the shipyard, in the
Okay.
shipyards.
Yeah.
And it's only that time I get to see him work. I get to speak to him. We got to play card games together.
All right.
And that the bond start to form around that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But right throughout there wasn't.
Right throughout there isn't. He doesn't speak very much to me, and I'm scared very much to screw up in school, to do badly in school, because the punishment will be very painful.
What was it like? The punishment?
Belting.
Belting.
Yeah.
So it's that very familiar, actually very familiar scene, isn't it, parents? That some of us grew up in that environment where our parents, used to do the cane and the bell, and it is very, very, very familiar in that parenting style.
Correct.
So what happened? Like, you brought over that parenting style to your children?
Yeah, I thought that was the best thing in life. I
Right.
thought that if it works for me, it should work for my children.
Right,
And I carry on, and I belt my children. I spank my children,
right,
and I even cane them.
right,
Yeah.
right. It's disciplinary kind of parenting.
Yes.
Right. And not just that, right? Like the words. What about the words that you use with your children?
That kind of style was where we don't praise our children. We call them stupid. I call them stupid. I call them idiot. I call them useless, good for nothing.
Wow.
I call them lazy. I use those words with the intention that it will inspire them, motivate them.
Right, right.
And that was my thought then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of military like firmness, caning, disciplining them, and using those kind of words with the intention that you will wake them up, right?
Correct.
To wake them up. And also you also mentioned that you're hardly at home, and then when you come back,
Yeah.
what happens?
Yeah, so my business failed, and I have to work for other people as a regional sales manager.
All right.
I travel 3 weeks a month,
Wow, that's a
and
lot.
yeah, I don't get phone calls from home much. But whenever I do get home calls, it's usually my wife complaining about them in schools,
Okay.
or my wife listening to the teachers' complaints, or boys not doing homework,
Right.
boys caught in the fight,
Okay.
and those kind of things.
Right.
It's very, very rare I get a call from someone and say, "Oh, your child did well." Usually it's your child did bad.
Right. And when you get back home, what do you do?
Well, because I feel that my wife is very close to the children and she couldn't discipline them well, then that role has to fall on me.
Right.
And whatever my dad did to me, I thought that was the right thing to do, and I did the same thing to them.
Right. So you come back from work. I mean, after a long trip. So when you come back, literally there is like no hi, hello, how are you? You know, all those things. So it will be like kind of like come back home and attack mode. Is that how it works?
Attack. I won't use the word attack. More like disciplinary.
Come
more
back,
like-
discipline
So you-
master mode.
So you come back with a very dark face, and you see the fear in the children, and then you discipline them. Or sorry, I discipline them
Immediately.
almost immediately, and sometimes immediately.
Wow. And this would be like after 3 weeks
Of
away,
absence, correct.
come back home, and they would suddenly see a discipline master in action.
Yeah.
Right. How as you think back, right? How do you feel about that that you have done? At that time, how did you feel at that time?
At the time, I feel that it's the right thing to do.
Right, right.
Right? Someone got to discipline the kids, and if and my way of my knowledge of disciplining the kids is through using either belting or caning them,
Right.
or smacking them.
Okay.
And I thought that was the right thing to do.
Was there any like regret or remorse during that time, like after you belt and you cane and you say all those words, right? Did you feel any bad, or do you feel like oh, I did the right thing, or did you feel there's some parts of you said that did I do the right thing? What was going on at that time?
Yeah, so there's the struggle in me. I did the right thing, and maybe there's a better way to do things. But somehow, the right thing, the thought of you did the right thing is much louder than
More.
that small little voice that say maybe there's another way to get things done.
Right, right. And even if you felt there was a better way, you wouldn't know what was the better way, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I didn't go seek it out. My
Right.
neighbors were doing the same thing.
Everyone
and
else was doing the same
It
thing.
seems like that, and so I felt normal.
Okay. So it's a normal thing, right? So our parents did that. You know, that's how daddy used to be, it's how mommy used to be. So everyone does that. So it's kind of normal. What about your wife? Like, is she also the discipline mistress at home?
Yeah, so my wife's the one who told me about school complaint,
Okay.
and sometimes my wife will discipline them, and sometimes when I discipline them, my wife will defend them.
Right. Right.
So my wife and I quarrel a lot over this matter,
Okay.
because through her defending them, I became a bigger monster.
Okay. Right.
You know, so I thought that we were doing the right things to discipline our children,
Right.
to shape them into society acceptance.
Okay.
But apparently I was not right.
And how long was this? Like, how long did this whole discipline mastering happen? How long?
Oh, I think from primary schools all the way to early secondary school.
Wow. So that's a good, like, what?
Few
12
years. a good few years.
Few years, huh?
Yeah.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, parents, if you're watching this, you know, like this is as real and raw and vulnerable and open a daddy can be. And if you're watching this and you can relate, all right, to Marco, and if you've ever done that to your children, you have beaten them, you have belted them, you've caned them, you've used all those words to them, you know, we are in this conversation right now. And this conversation is about being real. And it's also not a judgmental conversation. We're not saying like, you know, oh, you're a bad daddy. No. But usually as parents, we do what we do best, given what we know how at that very time that we did that. Okay, so we didn't have a manual, right? We just do what we think was the best thing to do. So what we're going to do now is I want you to watch, just have a glimpse of what it's like to be living with the discipline master at home. Let's watch Marco in the past, discipline daddy.
Hi guys, I'm home. Your mother said the school call. You didn't do homework. What happened? Hey, are you listening or not?
Alright.
Why don't you do homework? Is it that bad? Are you that lousy? Are you that busy? Come on, it's just homework. Isn't it easy? What's wrong with you? Study is very important. If you screw up your PSLE, you're done. You have no hope in life. Study hard, work hard, save hard, and your life will be easy. Understand or not? Hello, are you listening or not? Will you study hard or not? Can you go do homework or not?
Wow, okay, that is very intense. That is very tense. It's heavy. It's really heavy. Like, so that was what was happening in the household, right? And I'm sure as you look at that, there must be some feelings about that scene. As you look at that right now, how do you feel?
I feel I'm a monster.
Okay.
I feel I'm an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are better ways to do things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one doesn't have to go through so much trouble
Right.
to learn that there's a better way to
There's
do
a
things.
better way.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've seen that, and parents, if you watch that, right? So maybe that's you, and you have done that, and we're gonna find out, you know, how disciplined dad, okay, discipline master, I'll call circus master, turn around. There must be a turning point that Marco eventually shifted his parenting style, and he's gonna share about that turning point and what made that turning point, what made him realize and want to make that better positive change in his parenting style. You're going to be watching this, and make sure as you are watching this, you know, give the hearts, the thumbs up, and share this, because I really feel so many parents, many parents out there need to watch this and get this awareness and be, you know, be enlightened about the different possibilities and different ways that you can explore in parenting your child positively. So stay tuned.
Hello everybody, my name is Minaka. This is my daughter Pretty. We are here for the IQ programs. At first, before I signed on, I was came for a preview And it's a miracle that my daughter memorized the 40 words when me and she will always have problem in the spelling and the memorizing part. So I decided to sign after I seeing the first improvement. So after that, I signed on. I was thinking, is it 2 days is enough or not? What's she going to learn within these 2 days? Okay, this is another mindset I was having. And then initially, when I came in with all the positive energy, I was really mind-blowing. This program is fantastic. I tell you, this program going to help me to get my diploma. I wanted to go for my diploma, but I was thinking I'm too old. But all this memorizing skill and all the techniques, the learning techniques, also has made me to go for my diploma. And I will say everything is mind-blowing. I think whoever intend to sign for this course should sign. And I'm seeing a miracle in my daughter, even though I feel like she's not paying attention, but she's learning a lot. Thank you.
I like this course a lot. At first, I'm not sure how to remember the words so quickly. After coming here, I learned that there are many other ways. I was surprised, amazed, and shocked that I can learn many words that fast, and I also tried making a PowerPoint on my own to try and teach my mother, but after this I started to learn my spelling better, and I really like this course a lot. Thank you.
And welcome back everyone to the show. So we experienced some intense moments just now earlier on, and we are now going to come back to how the discipline or circus master at home turn around. So as you're watching this, make sure that you give the hearts a thumbs up and share this video out to as many people, because you get to win the cafe or restaurant dining voucher. But it's not just about the dining vouchers. I want you to share because you do want to share this and you want to create the awareness for this as well. And as you're watching also and you feel like, wow, I want to learn more about positive parenting, just comment below and say free Genius IQ guide, and you're going to get that guide for yourself as well. And we want to bring you back to this episode about Shine, and Shine is all about turning all that breakdowns, that messy breakdowns into your powerful breakthroughs in your life. And back with us again here is our circus master, former circus master, right? Marco, who just shared with us about how his parenting style was very firm, disciplined style, and of course using those kind of words to the kids and the cane and all of that, So, and all of those moments, and then there is a turning point, because the Marco that I know now is no longer there, right? So, but what made that change? What woke you up, and made you like, okay, this is no longer what I want to do? What was that turning point?
Turning point being that when you come back home and you are the unwelcome guest.
Right.
Turning point being that when you go to a hotel, you are the VIP guest. I couldn't sleep at home as well as could sleep in hotels. My children no longer play with me. They are scared of me. My wife also couldn't connect with me.
Right.
But when I'm overseas, I lead a team of members, employees, and we will go out and beat our competition and win orders after orders.
Okay.
So in the company, I'm the leader. I'm the commander. I'm the commandos.
Respected.
I'm the hero.
Right.
They all believe me. But when I come home, I'm the unwelcome guest. My own home.
Right. Stranger.
Painful is a better word.
Yeah. So you are the unwelcome guest, the stranger at home, and your kids don't talk to you. So you don't have that bond, literally. Like
Yeah.
there's no bond.
Well, they don't talk or they avoid me. I
They
think
avoid
avoid
you.
is better word. Yeah.
Right. And it's like we are better off with daddy not around.
Correct. Correct.
Wow. Wow.
So there was, I remember a time when my wife told me that your kids are unhappy when you're home and they are happier when you're not home.
wow.
And that was like, that is a very painful realization.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that feel? How does that feel like going through that times, coming back to a home that's cold and unwelcome?
At first, I thought it was a short session. Maybe everyone had a bad day, and after a few trips, it'll be okay. But it went downhill from there, and then it got really worse. It got to a time where one day I was home, and my wife told me that I messed up her house. And I thought, isn't this our house? Why is it now her house? So at that moment, I realized that I have only one choice,
Okay.
and that is to quit my job, take a 1-year break,
Wow.
just be at home.
Wow.
And that time, I was at the height of my career. We were breaking sales records every month. We were doing very well. My team members were very happy, and the only person who is unhappy is me.
Okay. So you made that decision to just quit at the peak of your career.
To me, it's clear. It's either you quit or you lose the family.
Wow. So it was a huge step, a big sacrifice,
It didn't take that much effort, actually.
right?
Yeah.
When the realization came for you,
Yeah,
you
because
realized
the
that
pain is so heavy that money and career satisfaction and job titles are nothing.
nothing. You were seeking for meaning,
I was seeking for connection back into the family,
connection, bonding,
going back into a family.
family.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not easy, that transition as well. I mean, like from not being around to suddenly being all the time at home, and then from being this discipline master to trying to fit in. How is that transition like?
Oh, it was terrible.
Okay.
It was terrible to know that when you come back home or you choose to stay in the home, and the true leader is your wife. The alpha male is gone.
Wow.
Yeah, first you have to accept that
Right.
in order to be accepted into a family.
Mm.
So I was the family's driver. When my kids go to school, I send. When they're finished, I pick them up. When my wife goes marketing, I send. When she's finished, I pick her up. It was humbling experience, maybe.
Right.
Once upon a time, I was a leader everywhere, and now I have to kowtow to my wife
Right.
in order to be accepted back to the family.
Okay. That was that moment that you went through, like your crisis, your kind
Yeah.
of like a depression as well.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what they call midlife crisis about.
Right.
I realized that I no longer belong to the family I've created. That the people who love me is probably loving me in the opposite direction.
Right. That was also when you realized that the education that you emphasize all this time, right? Like you were that father who says that education is the most important thing. So what happened to that?
I realized that when the kids go to school, whether they are slow or fast, I was about to say stupid, by the way, stupid or smart, it's really being graded but a number of A's they get. But that's not true.
Right.
That's not true. There's other thing that's attached to it, like how they socialize, if they love animal, if they care for the planet,
Wow.
if they care for their own health, if they respect the elders.
It's kind of like a more holistic definition of success.
That is the word I want. Holistic.
Holistic definition. So it took you that turning point in your life for you to come to that realization that the connection, the family bond, and all of that means so much more than just the money,
Yeah.
that and the career and everything, and that you also realize that the education system, like you
Yeah.
said, that
Yeah.
you wanted something more holistic.
Correct. And in the past, my wife and I used to think that scoring A's in school is everything. Everything else is nothing.
Right.
And through looking at the way the children study, through bonding with them, through realizing that they were like me. They were so busy studying that they have no time for me.
Right.
Just like me, so busy working, they have no time for them. To realize that's a mistake.
And you went through the Genius IQ program.
Yes, I
as,
did.
as a participant with your daughter.
Yeah.
The third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that experience for you with your daughter?
So your program fits me exactly,
Right.
because I realized that to score well in school, you need to have another method of studying.
Right.
Yeah, not
Study
just
techniques.
yeah, correct. And your program has covered that very much. And so with that, me and my daughter, we realized that to do well in PSLE, just doing the schoolwork doesn't help. One have to learn a better way to go around the system.
Study techniques,
Study
right?
techniques,
Study
correct?
techniques.
Yeah, yeah,
So study techniques like that works, like memory techniques,
Correct.
comprehension techniques, spelling techniques, and all of that study techniques that can help your child study better. But what else did you discover besides the techniques with the program, in the program, on that positive parenting side?
How frequent does a father get to look at a daughter in the eyes, form a connection, and form a bond?
Wow.
And in your class, you cover that.
Right.
And it's no longer about studying. It's now about
Bonding also.
bonding, life lessons.
Life lessons. I like that.
Respects.
And is that the first time you actually have that kind of bonding with your child? Like, when you actually hug your child, look at your child in the eye and say like, I love you, I believe in you. Is that the first time?
Actually, no. Now that I think about it, it's the second time. The first time was a date with dad.
Date with that.
Yeah, so we did that.
Okay.
And it was just a dinner together
All
and
right.
a few hours session, and then the organizers organized events and all that.
Okay.
But that was a few hours. Yours was a bit more intense. We
right.
have 3 days together,
Yeah.
and under your guidance, we do a lot more,
Yes.
and that helps me a lot.
Helps
and
you
helps
a
her a lot too. Yeah.
So that was a bonding that you have with your daughter, right?
Yes.
And that was the one that was missing with your two.
Yeah,
The
the two
first-
boys. Yeah,
the first
the
two
boys were bigger by then, and
Okay.
it was a lot harder to break into their world.
Okay. Now that it has cemented a lot.
Yeah.
So you are making amends, right, with the younger ones.
Yes.
Okay, so that is that transformation, right? The transformation from being that discipline or that disciplinarian circus master into someone who is more towards positive parenting. And what about the words that you use? How has that changed?
Oh yeah. So I make a conscious effort to reprogram my mind to avoid using the words like idiot, stupid, useless piece of shit. Yeah.
Okay. No censorship here. Okay. So you make a conscious attempt not to say those words anymore.
And
What happened to that mindset of like, I want to say those words because I want to wake you up? So what shifted in your mind?
yeah, so instead of saying that, why are you so stupid and did so badly, I would ask like, what could I do with you so that we could solve this problem together?
Right.
Or is there a tool I can provide you? A class you can go to?
Okay.
Someone you can consult with to find a better way to do things
Wow.
with less effort and achieve better results.
Okay. How do you feel with this new style that you are beginning to practice with your children? Like, how do you feel about yourself, about everything else that's happening now?
I wish my dad did that to me.
Oh.
Yeah. The world instantly change a better place when you give out more love, when you smile more, when you ask questions instead of accuse people first.
Right.
Yeah.
To be more understanding, compassionate,
Yeah.
especially towards your children.
Yeah.
So that is so powerful, that transformation, that's so vulnerable, so open. And this is a conversation, parents. This is a hearts out, please. Hearts out, thumbs up, share. And that transformation is very powerful. And the realization that that regret, I'm sure if you're watching this and you've done this to your children, you may have that tinge of regret inside you, but just know that parents, you did your best. Okay, there was no manual. Remember, there's no manual. That's why we're doing this show. We want to create awareness, and it's all about you, like Marco, having that turning point in your life, and that you want to make a change. So like Marco said, it's harder to build that bridge with the bigger ones as grown up, because that years have passed. It's passed. But what he's doing is that he's doing his very best that he can to be the best daddy for whatever that he can do right now. Okay, so, and if that is you, and all those days are gone already, and your children has all grown up, it's never too late, really. It's never too late. It's always any time available for you to reach out and connect with your child again. So we want to now have a look at what it's like to have this new daddy, right? This transformed daddy, positive parenting daddy in Marco's home right now, where there's more love. So we are gonna come back.
Let's go where one could be. Sorry, hit a little traffic. Is it? What's supposed there? Left. Bye, Jen. Left. Yeah! We got him, man. Yes! Yeah. You are awesome. Awesome, man. Wow, that was a good game. Thank you, son.
Wow, that is so wonderful. Feels like rainbows are coming back into the house. So how do you feel, Marco, now that you are like more positive and you're doing all this positive parenting with your kids at home? How does that feel?
It's different. It's totally day and night different.
Right.
There's so much love, so much encouragement, so much inspiration.
Wow.
I believe the kids felt that their voices are being heard,
The acknowledgements.
being acknowledged. I also feel that I understand the kids better. And of course, when the relationship with the kids improve, the relationships with the wife also improve as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And moving forward, I hope that they will treat my grandchildren the same way I treat them.
Wow, so this is so cool. Now, if you're watching this, I want you to comment below. Like, how have you also, like, you know, been through what Marco have been through? Were you once like that disciplined person who has transformed? And if you have, what have you done, like with your children? Like Marco said, he's like giving more encouragement, more motivation, more positive words, and also what he said very powerfully, acknowledging the children and making them feel heard, involving them in conversations and communication. So that's kind of like bridging the gap. So parents, what have you personally done to bridge the gap with your kids at home or your teens at home? Comment below. Let's have a conversation and hear about that and how that's working out for you. And if you really kind of watching this right now, you know, any parent who may need this message, you know, and you feel that, hey, you know, you have conversations with them and maybe they're struggling in building that relationship back with their children, you may want to tag them, okay, tag them in this show and share this, spread this love around so that more will know about this. And also comment below free Genius IQ guide so that you can get a free copy of how you can support your child to raise a genius kid, not just smart, but happier and more confident child, and also positive parenting tips. Just comment below free Genius IQ guide. Okay, so we are going to be back right after this. Stay tuned for Shine.
We like this program very much because we learn a lot of techniques that we can put to use throughout our whole life. I think this is a life learning skills, and this program is really fantastic, awesome, and we will encourage other people who has not learned of this technique to attend this session. This is actually very, very awesome.
Hi, my name is Faizal. I came here to this workshop with my daughter and my wife, and in these 2 days we have learned a lot of techniques which will be useful for my daughter's upcoming PSLE exams. And this course is very full of energy and positivity. We also learn how as a parent we have to play a role in their studies, not just telling them to study and not doing anything about it. This course is simply is very awesome. It's value for money, and is well recommended for any kind of students at any age. Even for myself, I learn a lot, so I'm going to use it for myself also, all the techniques.
I like that the techniques are very fast and easy, like you don't have to spend so much time on one subject, like because sometimes you spend so much time on one subject that you don't have enough time for the others, and then like the results won't be balanced. Also, I like that the coach is very energetic, and this program is not so much of just learning like many other programs, and there's also fun and games. 3 words to describe my experience would be that it's very awesome, energetic and fun.
What I learned from this program is I'm not so interested in the techniques and all that. What I learned about myself is my daughter really needs me. You know, there was a barrier which I didn't realize, you know, and this program and the programs that we attended before this, you know, there's a Jack Canfield, they made us come for a short program. That really opened my mind as to what my child needs. It's not always about studies. My daughter is reacting in certain way because there's something else I did not fulfill, her emotional needs. And this program, you know, other than these techniques and all that, made me realize that my daughter needs me in different ways. And if I keep her happy, somehow she'll find ways and means to please me, which is through her studies, through her behavior and all that. I think that benefited me more than I would say the techniques. Of course, the techniques help because her results are ultimately the goal. So I'm glad I learned about this and I'm here. And the three things about this program, the three words about this program is awesome, enlightening, and amazing.
Hi. Okay. Today, Gen IQ is one of the valuable program that me and my wife and together with a child, with my daughter, my own lovely daughter, we attended the class. It's so valuable, and we really love this course. We like it, and we learn a lot of things, which is so-called learn and unlearn, to relearn. So, and that's where we can able to coach our player to be a better person, to be successful for future. Thank you so much, Gen IQ.
What I've learned for this 2 days program is that we understand a lot about our child, and that I as a parent will actually do my role as a coach, so that my player, that is my child, will be a successful player. So in order to do that, we both need to understand each other's roles, and then we can work hand in hand so that she can do better in her life.
I've learned that for these 2 days, during the program, I can do many techniques for my exams that is coming up, and I am 100% sure that I can do it with the help of the techniques and my parents as coaches. Thank you very much.
And welcome back, everyone. Rainbows in the house, hearts, thumbs up, love. You know, Shine is all about that. Spreading positivity, love and love all around. Lifting you up, inspiring you up, you know, with this positive parenting message. And we are now, okay, wrapping this up with Marco, who has now transformed, right? And you are now having practices that you do regularly with your kids. What will be that positive parenting ritual or regular practices that you're doing with them right now?
Now I try to, or I want to be involved in their life. I ask how's their day in school, how is their task being done.
Right.
And sometimes when I say the wrong thing, I apologize.
Wow, that is so powerful. You don't feel like you are like demoted if you say sorry, when you say sorry?
No longer.
No longer.
It's about love.
It's about love. Yeah.
When you can receive love from the kids, then anything you say or do doesn't matter.
Wow. So what do you have to say to parents out there? Okay, so we have parents watching this. Okay, some parents may be going through what you used to go through, that phase, right, where they are still struggling and they're still thinking the old school thinking, right? And what would you say to parents who are now experiencing what you used to experience with your kids? What would you say to them?
First thing, throw away the cane.
Throw it away.
Learn to use kind words.
Oh, no cane, kind.
Yes.
Okay. So what? Throw the cane. Okay, throw the cane, right? And then kindness. What would you? What else would you
everything that comes out through your mouth, try to let it come out from love, and the words will come out nicely.
Wow.
Not anger, but love.
Not anger, but love. Right. So, parents, okay, throw away the cane. Okay, kindness, more love, not anger. And if there are practical tips, I'm sure for parents to transform, it's not easy.
Yes.
So especially it's been years and years and years of doing the same thing, right? So what would you suggest to them to get started? What would be, you know, if it's abrupt, right? Suddenly you just go and hug your child, like, Daddy, are you okay?
Yeah.
You know. So what would be the practical tips that you can suggest to them if they really want to make a change? What can you do? Besides throwing the cane, of course, they've done the throwing the cane already. What would be the simple things they can do?
Imagine that they are the same age as you, and you don't need to talk down to them. And imagine that they are your best friends, and they only listen and pay attention when you are kind to them.
Kindness, yeah.
So you must imagine them no longer that small child that they are now, but someone who understands words,
Right.
someone who needs encouragement,
Okay.
kind words.
So that's it.
That's it.
Simple step. Just being kind. And I like what you said. Imagine that they are like your friend, someone you can talk to, and just don't need to talk down, and just start building that you know, friendship, like
Correct.
that,
Yeah.
friendship with your child. So that will be the simple step. Kindness, smiling more, yeah.
Yes.
Smiling more, kindness, you know, all of that. Simple things that we can do in life. Okay, so you know what, Marco, that has been such an amazing session, you know, that you have shared. And parents out there, if you're watching this and you like what Marco has shared, you know, give the hearts love and thumbs up and share. And also, if you feel that, what are your positive parenting practices that you're doing with your children right now? And if you have comments and you have recommendations and suggestions, we love to hear from you. Comment below, parents, make it interactive, and share your point of view and also your practices and your positive parenting rituals that you're doing with your children below, so we all can learn from each other. And once again, if you want to have the free guide and you want to learn more about positive parenting, just comment below, free Genius IQ guide, and you are going to get the guide right inside your inbox, okay, with strategies on how to help your child be smarter, yes, score good marks, okay, score in school and also in life. Okay, so share this out and also stand a chance to win from our favorite cafe and favorite restaurant. All right, thank you so much again, Marco, for this wonderful interview with us. And hearts out again to Marco, our only daddy, our only positive parenting daddy in this show. You gotta give all the love, everyone. Marco, you have been so inspiring, and I am very sure this is going to go out and truly touch lives, you know, touch so many lives, especially daddies who are watching. And knowing that if a daddy like Marco can transform, okay, so can you. And positive parenting is really that simple, of just being very, very kind. Thank you so much, Marco.
Thanks to you. Thank you, iGenius.
Thank you. And once again, right, if you're watching this and you love this conversation that is happening right now, just give the hearts thumbs up, share, like, and thank you Genius IQ Positive Parenting for bringing all these love out to parents and children and teens in Singapore and around the world. Okay, if you're watching this for the first time, again, make sure that you like our page and stay updated by clicking like first. Okay, so just see first. Okay, click see first, and we will be back shortly right after this. Do you want to help your child do well in school? I'm sure as parents, we all want our child to do well in school. We want our child to score for their exams, score for their tests, because that helps to improve their confidence also, isn't it? So when they score in school, they feel more confident and they like school better. So what we want to do is, I want to share with you a strategy that can help your child study better. So what does it mean to study better? Study better means when they are sitting down to study, okay, and they want to learn as much as possible in the shortest period of time. So the strategy to help your child to study better, number one, is that they have to have an open mind. The mind is like a parachute. It's only useful when it's open. So what you want to have your child do when they sit down with a textbook in front of them, the first thing is to get their mind to open up. And for mind to open up is to get the mind to be curious. How do you help the mind to be curious? Tip number one, when they open the textbook, do not read first. Yes, you heard me. Don't read first. What they want to do is to just look at the pictures. Just flip onto the chapter and look at the pictures and the title of every page. Just skim through, skim through, and just look. Okay, just see, just view the pictures and the title. And once you have that, it's going to turn on the brain. It's going to make the brain very excited about a particular topic. So that will be the first tip. And the next thing you want to do is you want to turn every headline into a question. So you turn every headline into a question. So the brain becomes like a missile. Is going to go direct to that questions. And another suggestion is also, don't read first. What you can do is that you can get your child to watch a YouTube on that particular topic. So that is it for now. Food for thought, study strategies to help your child to be able to learn more in a shorter period of time. Food for Thought, brought to you by Genius IQ Positive Parenting, helping your child score in school and in life. And that's it we have for today. An amazing session with a totally inspiring daddy. And daddies out there watching, you know, I love my dad for whatever that he has done. You know, I truly feel that this is my gift, okay, to daddies out there. And I know, if my daddy is around, he'll be very proud of what I'm doing, right? And I'm sure if he's watching, he would tell me that, you know what, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. Oh, I want to cry. I'm sorry. Like, I did my best. I love you the way I know how. And I wish I had shows like this, right, during my time, and I would have been a different daddy. I would have hugged you. I would have said, I'm proud of you. I would have said, I love you. And I know, Daddy, if you're watching this, you're not, but, you know, whatever it is, daddies out there, you know, I can't talk to my daddy anymore. He's no longer around. But daddies out there, you know what? This matters a lot. It matters a lot to your child that you do this. So I want you to reach out to as many parents out there, share, not because you want to win the dining vouchers, of course that's a good bonus, but because you really love the message that we share in our Genius IQ Positive Parenting message and in our Shine show. And Shine is all about inspiring you. It's about love, it's about personal development, positivity, turning that breakdowns to breakthroughs and mess to message. And remember, get the Genius IQ guide also, because that guide is going to be so useful. You're going to get emails from us, prompts from us. We're going to share a lot of tips, a lot of strategies on how you can help your child score in school and also in life, helping them to be happier, to do well in school, to be happier, to be smarter, to be more confident also, and being a holistic child. That's what we truly really want. And make sure that if you love this message, like our page and click on the See First, and catch us again next week. We are on every Thursday at 9 p.m. Singapore time in our next episode next Thursday on Shine TV. And as usual, before we end, we are going to wrap this up with our Shine message. And it's all about flying. Flying where? Flying inside, because fly means first love yourself. See you next Thursday, 9 p.m. on Shine TV. Bye for now. Bye.